Hey guys, I'm gonna wait a couple seconds, see if we got some people getting ready to show up here. Let me take a look. Come on, where you at? Let's see, we're live. Hello.
Which one you want first,
That
sir?
one.
Just the regular flavor.
Yeah, that one worked. Hey, okay, now I got people watching now. Okay, now we are doing a little bit of live. Okay, I am down in Hartshorne, Oklahoma, and I'm going to be doing a little mentoring today. And a buddy of mine named Joe Winslow, and you know Joe. Say hi to everybody, Joe.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah. Okay, what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be doing a little bit of mentoring on making beer. All right, now this is something I've always been good at, and I want to be able to pass on everything that I know, well, most everything, to other people, next generation, stuff like that. Okay, and I'm getting ready to try a little something that Joe's already made. And what is this, Joe?
It's a 2-row barley.
Okay, and tell me how you made it.
I made it with 5 pounds of 2-row barley malt, and I used 5 pounds of sugar, 1 ounce of Cascade hops, and 1 ounce of Dry Daddy yeast.
Okay, all right. This right here, I'm gonna try it and see how it is. That's not bad. It's real light. That right there, a little biscuity, a little bready. Not bad. It's just real light. And that was like one of your first attempts, right?
Sure.
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 Successful attempts?
Well, this is some of the last I made.
Some of the last that you made. How long you been making so far?
Since March.
Okay. Not bad, not bad. Not bad. Now for me, there's a couple things that's kind of not there.
Sure.
But there's things that are.
Yeah.
And we're going to be going with that. And we're going to be doing this. We're just to let you guys know, stay tuned to my channel, to my Facebook page. Okay, because we're going to be doing different videos live throughout this. Tiffany, don't worry, Joe's not that nervous. See where it says?
I'm just excited.
You see, Joe is nervous.
Excited.
We're going to have some fun. Okay, now this, I've tried this one. Now what's this other one, Joe?
It's I call it the Winslow Holler.
The Winslow Holler. All right.
It's actually a honey wheat.
Honey wheat.
Basically the same recipe, only a honey wheat grain.
Now this is impressive. Now I don't know how well you can see that, but for a honey wheat, any type of a wheat beer, to get this clear, that right there took some talent. Smells good. Ah, I see Onita Ford. Oh, there's Judy. Hey, Judy. Now, I like that. That right there is really, really good. Okay, that right there is, yeah, we're talking. We're cooking with gas.
Alrighty.
Hey, Judy. How you doing? I'm going to tell you what. We're going to go ahead and get off of here in just a couple minutes. Now, one thing I do need to do is I'm going to do a transition and show you what we've got here, what we're going to be making, okay? Let's see if I can get this thing to flip over. Okay, we're still live. All right. Now, you got the beers right there that I just taste tested. Now, in this bag, we have a little something good. In fact, I'm going to get the grain bill out here in just a second. Let me take a look at the grain bill right quick. Inside here, we have 2-row brewer's malt, roasted barley, 80 Lovabond Crystal Malt, and Flake Maize. Okay, there is 10 pounds of goodness inside that bag right there. And I let Joe take a look at it, or not necessarily take a look at it, but take a nice smell of it. Now I'm going to go ahead and open it up and let you see what I'm talking about. Now if you look in there, that yellow's the corn, and the rest of it is all milled grain. Okay, all of this entire bag is going to go into the beer. And hold your hand out. See that right there? Put it in your mouth and chew it. How's that taste?
It tastes like cereal.
Exactly. Tastes like really good grape nuts, doesn't it?
Yeah, grape nuts. There you go.
That's what you want right there. You want really good grape nuts. No, Josh, it's not steak. It's beer. We are going to be making beer and lots of it. Okay? Now, also, we're going to be going, if you want, go ahead and close that up.
All the bugs are wanting to eat it.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, it's sweet. Just go ahead and fold that back up and tape it back down. All right. Now we got all the goodies that we need. We got the grain bag, got a hydrometer. We've got the hops. We've got the yeast. And look, Star San, this is something that anybody needs, okay? And it is excellent stuff. It is a great sanitizer. It's good in hospitals, it's good in restaurants, it's good in the home, it's good everywhere. And that's what we're going to use to sterilize all of our stuff. And
it's food grade too?
Oh yeah, well it has to be because you use it for sterilizing these for being able to drink.
Sure.
And it air dries. And that's the cool, it's cool. It doesn't take anything to make it. It doesn't take anything to clean with it. Because, I mean, within 2 minutes, I mean, it's sterile. You know, once you, like, because here in a few minutes, we're going to be filling that one pot up right there. Okay. Or that plastic one. Yeah, we'll fill that one up. And we're going to take everything we're going to be using, and we're going to be putting in there. And let it set for about 10 minutes. All of it's going to be just completely clean, completely sterile. And we'll take that water and we'll even wash the inside and outside of this. Have it sterile. We'll be bringing that water up to temperature. We'll start our mash. We're good to go from there. So, tell you what, guys. I am going to see if I can get the flip back over again. Hey, sis, what's happening? I just waved at you. Okay? And guess what, sis? I'm down in Hartshorne. Come on down here, girl. Come and see your brother. Come on. I couldn't help myself. I had to do that. There we go. Now I got flipped back around. All right, guys. We're going to go ahead and get off of here for now. We will come back in a little bit. I'm going to do some other filming of what we're doing, and so that way I'm making a record for Joe, so that way he knows what he does and how I'm teaching him, so that way he can use what I taught him in making his own recipes, making his own styles of beer and everything else. So I will catch you guys later. Bye. A second. All right, we're back at live video. Let me switch this thing back over. Okay, now I'm handing it to the person that's going to be filming. Okay, and right now I am checking the temperature, and we broke 160, 162. Kill it. All right, go ahead and grab the paddle. Now, be ready to start stirring. All right. And you want to make sure that you get everything nice and wet. We're not going to get in a hurry on this, okay? See, it's starting to smell like really deep flavored grape nuts?
Yes.
Okay, now you see how it's starting to color the water?
Sure.
Okay. Have you had that happen yet on yours?
With the, had some crushed Pilsner that was milled like that. But I don't think it got that dark that fast.
Yeah. This is, well, see, this right here is, I named it before I came down here. And its name is Pre-Prohibition Porter. This is going to be a porter beer. It's going to be very rich in flavor. Okay?
You can sure smell it.
Yeah. Smells good, doesn't it?
Sure does. Sweet but strong, kind of.
Yeah. Okay, just keep stirring. I'm going to clean the lid right quick.
What kind of cleaner is that?
This is Star San. This is a wonder cleaner. It's a sanitizer. And the great thing about Star San, it's hospital grade, it's food grade. That right there is sterile. It's sanitized just off of that. And like that bucket right there, it is full of nothing but Star San. Okay? Give me a quick drink. Now, I need to take care of that right quick. Okay, you're still stirring, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, go ahead and stop stirring for a sec. Let me get in there. Wait. We're going to let it just steep like that for a couple minutes. We're going to let it get down to 155 degrees. Okay? Once we get it down to 155 degrees, we're just going to let it sit for an hour. And it's not going to take long to get it to 155 degrees since the fire's off of it. And then we're just going to put that on there. And then all of that sugar from your grain is going to be released. Okay? I don't like going over 155. 152 is optimal, but we're also using 10-gallon container. It's a bigger container. We've got good separation, so that way I believe we're going to get a good release of the sugars. So let me take a look again. I mean, it looks good. I mean, the color of it, it's nice and dark. It's not quite.
Yeah, it's
It's
you can sure. I keep getting whiffs of that sweet aroma.
Mm-hmm. And we're staying strong at 160 right now, so. And there's plenty of room. Go ahead and start up again. Let's make sure that just everything's going. You know, move all of that. Get down deep and move all of that. Make sure that it all gets wet. Now you're really starting to smell it.
Oh yeah.
Okay? You got that good deep grape nuts roasted cereal flavor. Mm-hmm. Or aroma that's going on.
It does smell good.
See? Now this right here is a porter. It's just under a stout as far as the style of beer that it's going to be. Okay? It's going to be dark. It's going to be robust. You can, just off of smelling it, you can tell that there's several layers of flavor. There's going to be several layers of body with it. And we're going to be using sugar with it as well. But we're not going to be using regular cane sugar. We're going to be using a golden sugar. because the reason why I want to use that is because the molasses, because I want that I want a deep mouthfeel. I want a good rounded mouthfeel. And of course, want to go ahead and bring up some of the, alcohol. We want to have a little fun with it.
Sure. Yeah.
You see how it's doing? That's doing right what it's supposed to do. Slower and slower.
What's it reading?
Still at 160. Tell you what, we'll go ahead and put the lid on it and call it 160. And what time is it? Let's take a look. What time is it? It is 3:54. So at 4:54, we're going to sparge it out. Okay?
How do you turn this off? Finish.
Alrighty, we are going live again, and it is right now 5 o'clock on the nose. We went over just a little bit, but that's okay. And we're pulling this off. Now you can see that's nice and dark. Take a look at that.
Wow,
see how dark it's got?
Dark,
but smell it. Do you smell the sweetness?
Yes.
Yeah, that's totally different than what you've been accustomed to, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
okay, let me set this.
A thickness there. A thickness that's sweet.
Yeah. Now if you'll
body, I guess you could say.
Yeah. Now if you'll see that, all that's incorporated. See that? It was all wet. You see, as I turn it, it is just looking good. It's got good color to it. It's nice and dark. And like I had said, this right here is what I had named a pre-prohibition porter. And we're going with a style that happened before prohibition. Okay, we've got look at that. All that's mixed in, all that's coming to the top now. See how I've got that? You're not seeing any clumps. Okay, that's what we were looking for. All right, now, slowly but surely, I want you to start bringing that grain to the top. And the easiest way to do it is just slide that bag up. I'll do this while you slide it up. Go ahead and keep sliding. Okay, keep on going. All right, keep it sliding a little bit more. I'm gonna go ahead and put that back in. Now where'd our filmographer go? Okay, I'm gonna hold on to this on this side. Go ahead and start bringing that sack back up. I'm gonna hold it right here.
Pull on it.
Bring that sack back up. I'm holding it. All right. Now, don't do anything just yet. Hold it just right there. I am grabbing some water, and we're going to do a sparge. Okay? And this isn't really normally how you normally do a sparge, but I'm going to do this just a little bit. And we're just going to be getting the rest of that goodness out of there. Okay, just keep holding it up. Hang on just a second. All right, gather the top of it. There, I've got a hold of it now. Now you take over on the camera. All right. Now I've already done a little sparge. I'm just going to hold this thing in place. You see that? You see that color?
Yeah, well, it's real dark, like a dark tea or something.
Yeah.
Basically like a big tea bag you got there, huh?
Pretty much. And all I'm doing, I'm just going to put enough pressure on it just to let it come out. And once it comes out, we're going to call it done. And you just want to do this.
What's real dark in there, ain't it?
Yeah. There's a lot of liquid in there.
Yeah.
There's actually, and like
it's still steeping in right there, ain't it? It's
yeah.
steeping out of the bag. Right?
Now, one of the things that we had talked about whenever we were off film is you can actually, if you wanted to, you could do 2 runs on the same grain. One's a big beer, one's a small beer. Now, historically, if you want to go back in colonial times, that's what they done to have something to drink, both for the adults and for the kids, is they would have a large beer or a big beer, which is what we're making right now. And then go ahead and run the grains one more time in the same process to make a small beer or a low alcohol beer for the kids. And because at the time you didn't have a lot of pure water, a lot of clean water, and you wanted to be able to...
this is why they have a healthy sterilized drink, huh?
Yeah, a healthy sterilized drink. Something that's going to be clean, something that's going to taste good. And being that beer is nothing more than liquid bread, it would give them something nutritional, okay? Because that's also what they were looking at during that time. And, you know, even in this day and age, we look at that as well. You know, we want something that's, yeah, it's going to have flavor, it's going to have alcohol, but we want something that's going to be good overall, okay? And hobbyists, craft brewers, they're going to want that. They're going to want something they can be proud of. I'm going to set it right over here. Let's move that rag. We'll set that right there. We're going to call that good for right now. We're just going to let that sit there. And it's covered. We ain't got to worry about it. Let me take over. All right. Go ahead and kick off that fire again. And we're going to take it to a boil. Hey Wade, what's going on, man? Oh, Wade Crabtree. WC. He made his second trike out of my first motorcycle, which my first motorcycle had never ran. I never got to really ride it. I was going to take it and do some repairs on it and make it my first bike, and it was a 1982 V45 Magna. Had a 750 cubic inch engine in it, but I didn't know what was wrong with it. I never could get the thing started. Had some kind of a electrical problem. We done some horse trading. The bike for a gun. I took the gun and used it as the final payment for the gun that I've got as my service weapon now.
Wow. A lot of bartering going on there.
Oh, my cousin Billy just got on. He says, I just want one bottle, cuz. I said, don't worry, I'll make sure you get a bottle of it. You're going to love this. Billy, you are absolutely going to love this. And Billy, I don't know if you had been on any of the other 2 videos, live feeds that I've done. This is called Pre-Prohibition Porter. It's a porter beer, and currently there is 6 gallons of water in there. We're getting ready to do our 1-hour boil, and we're going to get it to the rolling boil stage. Oh, speaking of which, once we get to that rolling boil stage, if you'll notice, you got some bubbles that's coming up right now, some foam that's coming up. We need to get a large plastic serving spoon, because we're going to be dragging some of those suds off, and we can just throw them off in the ground. It's not going to hurt anything. Hey, I see old Tracy's on here too. I'm going to go back through and see who all's on. Jeff Holly, there's Sherry. Tiffy Joe, John Prophet, which John Prophet, man, he's one of my buddies up in Tulsa. He was one of my guards back in 2012, and just so happens I'm going to do a free plug, okay? John does garage work, and he does resurfacing on garages that work perfect. And anyway, John Prophet does work on garages, doing resurfacing and stuff like that. He also does a lot of other things. If you want to get anything done, it doesn't matter what part of Oklahoma that you're in, contact John Prophet, and you'll see him in my friends list. And he does outstanding work. Okay, I'm going back through here. Let's see. Tiffany Winslow, okay, that is the wife of Joe Winslow, the guy that I'm with right now, doing this beer making. Joe and Tiffany own Simple Simon's Pizza in Hartshorne, Oklahoma. So if you're ever down in Pittsburgh County in the city of Hartshorne and you want some pizza, go to Simple Simon's Pizza. And there's old Jesse Cobb. Jesse Cobb, he's not only a retired locksmith, he is also a former Haleyville councilman, living up in the Tulsa area now. I believe, well, he used to live up in the Tulsa area. He may be living down around the Veterans Colony now, I think, Jesse. I'm really not sure. I can't remember exactly where you're at now. Good guy. Oh, there's my cousin Blaine. And there's old Hick, John Hickerson. Just so happens John Hickerson is a veteran. And John, I just want to say you are one of my oldest and dearest friends, and thank you for your service each and every day. Jody Ivy, you are a little brother to me. You always have been. You always will be. Scott Wood, one of my brothers I used to work with at MacApp under Amtex. You are my friend, always and forever. OJ Ward, me and you, buddy, we are friends till the end, plain and simple. We give each other 7 levels of hell, but we wouldn't do it if we didn't love each other. And I just want to say, OJ, I love you, brother. Tell Carrie I love her as well, and say hi to the kids for me. Okay, I think I'm Sherry Hassler. Sherry used to be, I used to be related to her by marriage through my ex-wife. Sherry, hi, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. And Jeff Holly, man, you're the guy that introduced me to one of the best cigars I had ever had, the Hoyo de Monterey Excalibur. Still, I love that cigar, man. Billy Don Wilson, man, brothers to the end, always and forever. And Tracy Barker, dude, come on, man. We go back to grade school. Oh, there's Warner. Hello, Warner. Now, here's a little something about Warner. He ain't gonna let you know this, but he likes Elvis Presley just as much as I do. Likes it a lot. Yeah, I know, Warner, you didn't want me to say anything about that, but, you know, Viva Las Vegas. It's all good, brother. Okay, now we're going to get back to the beer. Now, let's see, you're starting to get that foam right there. Just slowly take that off, because that foam we don't need. That's all we'll be doing right there, is just slowly taking that off. See how I'm doing, Joe?
Yeah.
Just like that?
Yeah.
That's all. I'm going to let you do that, because that's what you need to do right there. And just in case you didn't see it, everything is being sanitized with Star San. So the spoon that he's using right now has been sanitized with Star San. We're making sure that everything is sanitary. And we're going to be doing a 1 hour boil. Blaine says, have to watch. I appreciate some good beer making. Of course, man. You know it. Now, Blaine, I don't know if you saw it soon enough, but this is a pre-prohibition porter. Everything's doing exactly what it needs to do right now. Now, Joe, I'm going to ask you, since you've been making beer, have you done this step at all?
I have not. This is something that's new to me.
Yep.
I didn't know it existed, so it's kind of fun, and it's.
Well, if you,
I'm thinking that's where I was missing, and when you was drinking that one earlier, I think we didn't take enough steps to it.
Yeah. Well, I'm taking you through each and every step the way that it should be done. Because this thing's going to get to strike temperature and it's going to start its boil. And whenever it starts its boil, you don't want all that foam right there. Because it is going, if you leave that foam on it like that, it's going to get bad. All that foam is right there, it's just adjunct that you don't need.
Okay. We basically boiled it, we're boiling the impurities out of it, huh?
That's exactly what we're doing right now. Man, you got Michael Phillips, man. I remember him whenever he was a little kid. You remember Michael Phillips, don't you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Him and his brother Joe?
Yeah.
Dad Joe?
Yep. And Jamie Nance. Man, we're getting some people starting to watch. I got 7 people watching right now.
All right.
9 people. Yes, 10. It's starting to pick up. I'm starting to like this. But this,
I think it's kind of a underground of people really that can appreciate beer, but just
there's a lot of people that
just ain't vocal about it. You know?
Well, there's a lot of them that appreciate it and would like to make it, but don't necessarily know how to make it.
Triple J, we're starting to get some roll here. Do I need to hurry up on that?
Keep working on it.
You can see where it's divided here.
Yeah.
It's actually getting.
Okay, turn your heat down just a little bit. Too much. Right, leave it right there for right now. Okay. Now, if you'll see there's that rolling boil. And we're going to control that rolling boil. And once we get to this point, get this right here. Now, here in just a minute. Oh, that's looking good. All right, and we're going to need access to your other. Turn her down, turn her down. She's getting a little crazy. Don't have to turn it off. Don't turn it off. Okay, now we got fire going again. Okay, keep drawing that foam off. But you saw how fast it was picking up? Okay. Oh, no. We don't. No, just the 1 spoon would work.
Okay.
But you see how it's doing?
We're getting down to the pure of the pure, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, we're getting that foam off. It's got impurities in it, and we want to get it past this strike. Because once it gets past the strike, okay. Let's see what we've got now. Let's just take a look, see what we've got. We should be past the strike. Okay, we're past the strike. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand you the video. Okay, Hicks says, I have to go, Giant Joe. We are about to do flag here on the base. Hey, all right, brother, I understand, and I'll catch you here after a while, man. Okay, now we're back on this. Now, this right here is Y Chops Cluster Hops. Is an alpha of 6.6. Okay, strong, floral, and spicy. And this right here is what they would have used during the time of pre-prohibition. Okay, so what we're going to do is open this puppy up, and we're going to put the first in. That's the first ounce in. It's a pelletized hop. And see how it's doing right there? Okay, I'm going to grab the spoon right quick and be ready just in case. But you saw how it kind of reacted.
Now, will these hops float, or will they dissolve, or will they float, or what?
These are going to dissolve.
Okay.
Okay, it's going to dissolve. It's not going to dissolve completely because it is a leaf hop that's just been pelletized. So what we're going to do is we're going to drain everything back over, and put it into the, whenever we do the wort chilling, we'll chill everything down, then we'll be ready to put it into the fermenter. And it'll just be in the settlings. So, I mean, it happens. It's going to happen every time. But as you'll look, now what time was it? We're going to call it, okay, we'll call it 5:20. Now, here in about 45 minutes, okay, in about 45 minutes, we're going to be putting in another ounce of cluster hops. And it's going to run for 15 minutes. Then, we're going to put a final ounce of cluster hops in. Okay, you've got 3 stages. You've got your bittering stage, you've got your head retention stage, and you have your aroma stage. Okay, in that order. And all it's going to do is bitter, give you head retention, and give you aroma to balance what you've got going on with the wort, with the grain and the corn that's already been put in. Okay, and if you'll look, it's doing exactly what it needs to do.
Okay.
This is everything.
So is it basically basically going to equalize the sweetness down to
we're trying.
more of a,
what we're doing here is we're trying to balance everything. Okay. Now, mind you, we're still going to be putting some sugars in this. Okay. So there is going to be a lot of sweetness, but we're also. Can you smell the hops?
Oh yeah.
It's
hoppy.
It's hoppy. Okay.
Well,
right now, since that's going to be in there so long, you're going to get the bitterness from it to balance that sweetness. And even whenever we put the sugar in there, because we're going to be using a golden sugar, it's similar to a light brown to a brown sugar, but this is the golden. And I'm looking for a little bit more alcohol, but I'm also looking for that molasses that's in that brown sugar to kind of impart its flavors as well. Okay? And like I said, this is what it's supposed to do. Absolutely, positively. We are on the right track right here.
Okay.
All right? And if you want, we can go ahead and take a pause on this and just go ahead and enjoy. We're down to 4 people. There's a Gary Windsor watching. Excuse me. But
Hey Gary.
Hey, Joe says hi. Hey Gary. But we're going to go ahead and take a pause for now, and then once we get a little bit closer to finishing, we'll come back and go through the wort chilling process. All right. See you soon. Okay. Now, we are back live once again, and it's still a few minutes before we start. Need one of y'all just kind of keep track on the time, because we're getting ready to do the last pitch of the hops. And like I said, we are using cluster, strong, floral, and spicy. And it's actually been a pretty good match to what we've been doing here. Hey, Leslie Matthews James. Well, howdy. Braz. Hey, Braz, what's going on, my brother? Hope all is well. Yep. Hey, by the way, Braz, I'm not too far away from you. I'm over here at Joe Winslow's. We are doing a little bit of beer making, and I'm doing a little bit of teaching. Leslie. Lamorris Sellers. This is a guy that I played college football with. Now let me tell you something about Lamar Sellers. That man can sing. He is something else.
You got your pipes on him, huh?
He see, Leslie just asked, "What are you doing?" Well, Leslie, I am teaching Joe how to make beer. And Joe's been making beer for a little while, and so he was showing me what he'd done, and so we done some talking last night, and I went and bought some grain and a few other things, and come on down here to Hartshorne, America, and I'm teaching him what I know, so that way he kind of adds it to what he does. Let's see, Ashley Nicole, hello, how you doing? What time we got?
We're about 6:16.
6:16, okay, and we're going to be putting this in at 6:19. Now, it's going to be running for 1 minute. Now, if you look, it's still got that rolling boil. We done the first one at 5:20, the second one at 6:05. Why am I doing this? I'm teaching, and I'm doing a Facebook Live, and it's helping everybody, Ashley. Come on. Hey, Justin, what's going on, man? You doing all right? Well, okay, you may be good, Ashley, but go ahead and watch anyway. Go ahead and enjoy, because, you know, you never know. You might, you know, decide you might like to drink a beer in your life. And by the way, like I said, this is Joe Winslow. Got everybody watching. He is a good man. And there's his wife. Ah, I finally got you. I took you off. That's okay. That's all right. But we're just, Ashley, we're going through the stages of making beer, and I'm teaching Joe how I do it. And, you know, it's giving him a chance to kind of add to what he already has been doing. Hey, Melody Keeling. Now, if you ever want to get your hair done, go to Melody Keeling. She is awesome. Let's see here. Okay. Oh, by the way, I was going through my notifications earlier on Facebook, and this is something special that needs to go out to my cousin Tisha. Tisha, I didn't know that you were waving hi to me. I apologize for having the mean look on my face, but sometimes I have that look, you know, and not realize it. So I just wanted to say hi. Hope everything's going good. And I love you, and I saw that you and Alfie were at the OU game, Boomer Sooner. And y'all's going to get a chance to try some of this too that I'm making. So now 6:19. Okay, get ready, and countdown begins. 1 minute. We got the countdown underway. All right. Yes. And whenever that gets there, we're going to turn off that heat. Let me know whenever that minute's up. We're on the countdown. We got it going. I got it good on here too. There we go. Yes, everything's going good. We've got a pre-prohibition quarter going on. And man, I'm starting to get kind of famous up on here. I'm getting friend requests now. Hey, there's Billy again. All right. I got 3 people watching. Hey, Nick. Not a whole lot, man. Hope you're doing well. I'm not too far away from you. I know you're here in Hartshorne, just a few, probably about a mile and a half from me. 1 minute, and we have cut the fire. Go ahead and cut it, because we will no longer need the fire. Okay, guess what we're going to be doing now? Once that stops its roll, we're going to start chilling.
All right.
Look at that. That right there is some beer goodness right there. You've got bittering, you've got head retention, you've got aroma. Oh my God. Did you smell this?
I can smell it from the trampoline over there.
It smells good, doesn't it?
I don't know how far over there. I can smell it way over there.
That smells good. Yeah, we're all going to be smelling like hops and barley.
It'll be in our mucous membranes for a while anyway.
Oh, thank God for that.
Yeah.
I tell you what, we're going to have a redneck moment, Joe. Tell you what, there's always a point in time whenever I got to have a redneck moment in a live feed. And I didn't have any redneck moments in the other live feeds, so we're going to have to do something fun, okay? So go ahead and set that down. I'm going to hand you this, all right? Now, do you remember what I'd done earlier to test to see how it tasted?
Sure.
Okay. Now, if you look right here, oh, this right here is the grain from that, and there's a little bit of wort sitting right in there. Okay. Now, I'm going to tell you, this is for somebody special. I'm not going to necessarily say who it is. Okay. Well, her initials are LDH. And even though right now she's not going to be able to see this for a while, there might be a point in time whenever she does. So it'll bring back a memory to whenever we were making a particular alcohol together. And this, my dear, is for you. Oh my God, that's good. Honest to God, I just had to do that. Yeah, I know that was that was kind of bad, but you know, I want to go ahead and throw something in there that somebody, you know, everybody can have a nice little laugh at. You know, that's just me.
Yeah.
I like to put a smile on people's faces. Okay, and that's just one of the quirky things that I do. There was no alcohol in that. You know, all it is just the wort off the grain. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and take over on filming, and Joe's going to go ahead and get everything set up with the wort chiller. Okay, Ashley says, what have you been up to, Triple J? Well, I've been up to work and making a little bit of mead, and now making some beer. I got some really nice Honey Crush mead in the bottle already. And Ashley, don't worry about who LDH is. I'm not being facetious or anything like that, but okay, I'll get back to you in a second, Ashley. Okay, Joe, go ahead and put that in, and let's start up the wort chill. And we're going to go ahead and re-sanitize the thermometer. Get it set. We'll go ahead and put that on there for the moment. Okay, Joe is just stretching out the hose. And we're going to start chilling this down. Because right now, it's climbing. Well over 200. It's 210 degrees right now. Okay, so I'm going to set that right there. And we got the water flow going. Water flow is going. It's going to start chilling. And it's not going to take long for it. Bobby O'Brien. What's up, my brother? Me and Bobby used to do construction together. Okay, now Ashley, LDH is somebody that is one of the people that mean the world to me. Okay, she is a very amazing young lady in every sense of the word. She's classy, she's smart, she is witty, she's funny, she is a smart ass and good at it. She is an amazing person in her own right. And I am very fortunate to have ever had that young lady in my life. Okay, Jacob Bedford. Jacob, Good to see you, boy.
Down 10 degrees.
Well, no, it's not touching the water. It's not touching water. I just got it sitting there. No, it's still way over 200. Well, no, it ain't. It's cooling down pretty quick.
You can feel the cold on the inlet. Feel the heat coming out of here.
Yeah.
Especially it's air conditioner for the.
Yeah, it's drawing out pretty quick. We're sitting at 170 degrees and dropping. Whenever we get down to 75 degrees, we'll be putting it in that. Yes, Ashley, she is someone I told you about before. Okay, Sharon Williams Winslow. She says, I'm not sure about this. You two are scaring me, laugh out loud. What in the world are you doing? We are making beer. I am teaching Joe how to make beer. Monica Andros, otherwise formerly known as Monica Page. This right here is a outstanding, and I do mean outstanding, young woman that I went to college with at Southwestern College in Winfield, Kansas. Her husband, Mark Andros, is a doctor. And if you're in the North Carolina area, go and see him. He is outstanding. Let's see here. What are we sitting on right about now? Let's see. It's cooling down quick. I can actually put my hand in here and I don't feel hardly any heat. We are at 140. Your wart chiller is working outstanding. Outstanding. Okay, here's what I need you to do, okay? I need you, before you do this, go in the house, get me a glass, and get just a half a glass of water, okay? In fact, we can use this water right here. Just get me the glass. I was just reading Sharon, what she said. I should have recognized that. Okay, Sharon, since I don't know if you've seen the previous videos, but what we're making is a beer called Pre-Prohibition Porter. This is right here. It's a dark beer. It's a very strong beer. And it is full of flavor. It is well-rounded. I've drank some of the wort from it just off the grain just a few minutes ago. Yeah, yeah, just go ahead and dip it in there. And go ahead and, okay, this is good. Pour it out, let it dry. Pour it out and just let it dry. You can just set it right over there. You can just set it, yeah, that'll work just fine. Hey, Efren Kazada. I played college football with Efren. Brad Wilson. Brad says, still up to your shenanigans, I see. Well, Brad, you know. Hey, I still do my job. This right here is something I enjoy. And it is one of my favorite hobbies to do. And the biggest thing is being able to pass on the tradition of making this. You know, okay, let's see here. I need to come over here and I need to pour that out and let it start drying. Let me get that set right there. That right there is for the hydrometer. Okay. This right here can be put up. We are good to go on it. Set that there. Is there anything else in here besides the spoon? Okay. Spoon can go over here. And we're going to do this the easy way.
And what's this do?
Well, it's called draining the star sand out of the bucket.
Oh, you got a little nozzle on it?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't see that.
Yeah. See? Just flip the thing right there.
Cleaning the nozzle too.
Hey,
Exactly.
I could use that somewhere, that cleaner. That stuff was...
You've got 35 more gallons worth.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That was some good stuff right there.
Yeah. Clean's easy. Let's check our temperature. Hick, I see you're watching again. We are down to 120. Almost. We're at 122 degrees.
Where did we start at, sir?
About 220, 210.
Yeah, it's come down significantly. There's these.
Oh, Sharon says she could tell us about moonshine.
Oh, she got some stories to tell? Or?
Sharon, do you have... Well, I don't know. Who is Sharon Williams Winslow? Is that your mom?
No, she would be my...
Married to a cousin.
I think he's my second cousin. It's his wife, my cousin-in-law.
See, old John Lance.
What was their original?
Williams.
Yeah,
from
Williams.
Hartshorne.
Yeah, she's actually from Hartshorne.
Oh, okay.
Sharon Williams.
Okay.
She married Winslow.
Yeah.
Dan sister.
Oh, okay. John Lance is watching. Me and John Lance used to work together at Clayton PD. Caitlin Martinez. This is my little cousin Cato. She is awesome. Hey, John. Hey, old buddy. Oh, Sharon just said, you know who I am, Triple J. Yeah, I know who you are now. Of course I know. Cato, did you go to the game today? I'm waiting to see what she says.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of a Facebook lag, you know.
Sure.
It happens.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. Man, this is going good. Yep. And see, that's the smartest way to do it right there, is just let it drain out like that.
And a double whammy of cleaning, huh? Just cleaning the whole system.
That's right. Got everything cleaned out. Let's see here. Everything's looking good. Everything's doing good. We're about 112. Still coming down. Still doing good.
Give a little help.
I would just leave it how it is, man.
Yeah, stir it around, just give it a little cold. Yeah, just give it a little.
Oh, just give it a little shake.
Yeah, what the heck. That way it ain't just cooling in one spot, you know.
Still sitting about 112. We're doing good.
Yeah.
We're- Oh yeah. But you see how everything's going, and you're getting the smells, you're getting the flavors.
Mm-hmm.
This is what
Those are little pointers or reminders to let you know you're on the right track.
Exactly.
I mean, not just the textbook of it, also the senses
Yeah.
and the taste.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, you gotta figure, you know, what you want to make. You know, do you want a light pilsner? Do you want a light lager, a medium pilsner or lager, or do you want an ale? Do you want an amber ale, an amber lager, amber pilsner? Do you want a bock? Do you want a doppelbock? Do you want a porter? Do you want a stout? There are so many. There's Belgians. There's the Trappist styles. You know, there's several different styles of beer that you can make. You know, and like where you've been getting your lessons from different people from the area, it's what they've learned, just like how I'm teaching you now, and they've done their own spin on it. But then again, they also hold to what they were taught. You know, and you're learning from this person, that person, this person, that person, and you're taking everything that you've learned
from them, and you're incorporating it into your own. And what I know that you're going to do is you're going to use what you know works for you. Okay, you're going to try different things. You may try different styles, but now, like how we're doing this right now with the live feeds, Tisha Ford. Billy just asked, am I going to run a small beer? He actually said, are you going to run a weaker batch with the leftovers? Well, Billy, actually, we can. We don't really have enough spring water to run a second batch. Hick, no, we're not doing a dark stout. We're actually doing a porter. It's real close to the stout. I didn't use any of the dark malts on this. This is actually, whenever it finishes, it's going to be like in between a nut brown ale and a stout. It'll be just right in between that. Now, if I wanted to go with a stout, I could have went haywire on a stout and just done like a really big imperial stout. That's going to be like about 12%. Get a bunch of grain, and I just didn't want to go that route on this one. But this right here is going to be plenty dark. It's going to have a lot of flavor. It's going to be a good drinking beer. You'll be able to drink it with any heavy meats. It'll go good with ribs. It'll go good with steak. I would stay away from like fish and seafoods with it because it's too bold. What you need is something like ribs, real deep pot roast, heavy bold meats, yeah. Bold vegetables, even paired with the meats, Hick says, my German heritage allows me to only drink stouts. Well, Hick, let me tell you, bro, I don't think you would be lacking on this, even though it's a porter. I think you'd be thoroughly impressed. And we are sitting at 102 degrees. We are getting close. Yeah, there's still a lot of there's still a lot of good grain there. We could make a small beer on it and probably pull an amber out of it. It would just probably be about 3%, but yeah, I think we could pull one. Never know. I'm gonna leave that grain here. If Joe wants to try it, it's on him. There's about 4 gallons left. If you wanted to make a run out of it, you could. You might want to get
a couple more, one more,
at least one more.
Yeah.
And if you
want to do the full sparge like the first time, man.
Yeah. What I would do to get a better sparge on it would be like get one more bottle of this and run it do the cook on 3 gallons, or just do the mash on 3 gallons, and then once you get past your mash time, sparge with what's left in that bottle right there, and then the other bottle, and that would get everything off that grain. Yes, Billy, I know Dollar General has water. We actually went to Family Dollar to get the water because we wanted to get Crystal Geyser spring water because we didn't want anything else but that. Yeah, and it would probably make a pretty decent amber. And you could take, like, if you've got some bread yeast, you could take a tablespoon of bread yeast and do it with that. Speaking of which, I need to get some water. Pour that up about half. All right. Now, I'm going to give you the camera. Okay. Now here's where it gets good. So that one's slightly open. That's all right. Just pinching off a little bit of sugar there. There we go. Just kind of mixing it up a little bit. Give me just a little bit of this. Put off in it. So that way it knows, the yeast will know what it's going after. Now this right here, get a good look on that. It's Safale US-05 dry ale yeast. Okay, 11.5 grams. And it's got characteristics. Well, I'm going to read them off to you. Characteristics. American ale yeast producing will balance beers with a very clear, crisp end palate. Okay, that's what we're looking for. Oops. I'm putting the whole thing in there. Smell that.
Oh yeah.
Now you look at that, it looks almost like a beer, doesn't it?
Yeah. Looks like it's got some head on it there.
Yep. That yeast actually tastes pretty good. All right. All right. That's not going to take very long, and all that yeast is going to do is it's just going to get wet. It's going to drop to the bottom, and it's going to start blooming, and that yeast is going to come to life. Okay? And it'll start getting just crazy in there. It's going to start eating that sugar, and we're going to let it sit there probably about 30 minutes. And well, looky there, Darla, my sister's on now. Speaking of my sister, she is an outstanding nurse. She's an LPN currently, going to college to get her RN. I am so proud of her. Hi, Darla. Love you, sis. Yeah, if you'll look, sis, you might recognize that guy. You might recognize her. I'm down here in Hartshorne, just teaching how to make beer. And look at what we're making. Look at that. Don't embarrass you. Darla, would I embarrass you? I mean, come on. Darla says, hey, Joe. Hey, Tiff.
Hey, darling.
So what's the plan now? What are y'all doing?
Getting it down to 75 degrees so that way we can put it in that bucket.
Oh, okay.
And we want to be sure, I'm going to do this now. Let me pour this on out. Got everything out of it. And I've closed the deal on it. I've closed the spigot. Oh, Darla says yes, and Billy says too late, Darla. Apparently the embarrassment's already started, huh? Okay. There we go. We're under 100. It's getting close. I know it takes a little while, but...
Yeah, ain't bad.
Not bad at all. That yeast is still hydrating. I need to put something over that. Since we're doing this stuff outside, I don't want the flies to get in it. There we go. Got it covered. They're still hydrating. See that? Michael Davidson. That's some technically ex-family, but Michael's always going to be family to me. Me and Mike go way back. So Michael's related to my ex-wife. So, but me and Michael still look at each other as family, and I'm glad of that. Look at that. That yeast is just dropping and hydrating. We got some good stuff going on. It won't take long, and it'll start going.
The other way, huh?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Everything's looking good. I'm liking this. Look at that, down to 90 degrees. About 92. 94. We're all right. No, sis, this isn't Granny's recipe. This is actually one that I created. It's a what I call a pre-prohibition porter, and it's got. Let me look at the grain bill again. Let's see. Nope, that's not the grain bill. I think the grain bill's still in my pocket. I think. Yes, the grain bill is in my pocket. Yeah, Darla, Granny's recipe was based off of a premier malt, is what it was based off of. Now, on this grain bill, I've got 2-row brewer's malt, which is a 1.8 Lovabond. Got 5 pounds of that. Got 2 pounds of roasted, or 1 pound rather, of roasted barley. 2 pounds of crystal malt, that's 80 Lovabond. And 1 pound of flaked maize. And then I got the Safely US 05 yeast, and used 3 ounces of cluster hops. And also with Granny's recipe, Granny's old recipe was unhopped. So, Charlotte Howry. Hey Charlotte, hope you're doing well. She was a year ahead of me in grade school whenever I went to North Ward.
Wow.
Of cluster hops.
So your granny had a good recipe, huh?
Oh yeah, great. Yeah, Granny James is the one that taught me how to make beer.
Oh wow.
And let's see. We're getting close. We're still about 92. It's getting close though. But you see how it's starting to stick on the side of your canner,
yeah.
on the wort chiller and on the pot. Yeah, that's all that goodness that's just extra.
Yeah.
You know, that don't really need it. You know, it's just the waste off that would be settlings anyway.
Yeah.
But you've got a major extraction right there. Tasha Jolene Pickens Rankin. What's up, girl? How you been? We're making beer in Hartshorne, Oklahoma. What are we getting down to now?
It's about right at almost 90. Still hanging. It's wanting to.
Yeah, let's try it. It's right.
Once it makes the jump, it'll get there. Probably just the garden hose water. Cold enough, huh?
Yeah. About what it is. That's pretty close to what it is, because I mean, both sides.
Yeah, both sides are the same temperature almost.
Yeah.
I'd give it a little bit more. Huh?
Yeah.
Still waiting on the yeast anyway, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Get it colder.
Yeah, that yeast is starting to. Oh yeah, that yeast is coming alive.
Yep.
Now here's the cool thing. You know that yeast is live whenever you see stuff going down and you see other yeast coming up.
Yeah.
That one on the left hand side, oh yeah, he's shooting up there. Nah, he's coming back down. Yeah, it's doing what it's supposed to do. That's going to be some good yeast. It is. Whenever we get everything going,
Yeah.
that yeast is going to come alive like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah, we dropped about 6 degrees there. 84, 85.
We're right at 90.
Oh, 90, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we're right at.
Still ain't went nowhere then.
Yeah. It's cool. It's tell you what. Go ahead and shut her off, because look at this. It's cool.
Yeah. It's
Go
pretty
ahead.
much the temperature you're going to get with
Yep.
the weather conditions, huh?
Yep. Go ahead and shut her off. Now, there's one thing, Joe, that I suggest that you do with this pot that you've got. I suggest that you take it to Tulsa, to High Gravity, and have them put a false bottom and a spigot on it. Okay?
Yeah.
The reason being is it will help get the wort off any settlings. There's going to be settlings in your whenever the beer finishes, but the bulk of the settlings will stay in the pot. And you can just pull that false bottom. That's right.
Okay. So basically, you go there and they fit it for that.
Yeah.
Put a false bottom in it.
Yep, they'll put a false bottom. And Darla says, y'all have fun, got to do some homework. All right, sis, I totally understand that. You have yourself a great night and make them A's for me, all right? Love you, sis. Oh, I just noticed, Leanna Harris, that's Leanna Dixon. She graduated a year ahead of me. Oh, speaking of which, I've got to tell you a little story about Leanna Dixon, or Leanna Harris. Back whenever we were in high school, her senior year, she didn't get to go to her prom. And she was dressed, she was in a beautiful black and copper dress. Her car broke down outside of town, and she was stuck there all night long and missed her senior prom. My senior year comes around, and she's already out of school. And me and Leanna had always been friends. And I had started dating this one girl. You know, we hadn't been dating very long. And prom was coming around. And I told the girl that I was seeing, that I just started seeing, that I wanted to take Leanna to the prom. And she looked at me like I was crazy. And I explained to her why. She understood. She said, sure. You know, she agreed to it. Well, anyway, I go to Leanna, and I'm talking to her, and I told her, I said, I want to take you to prom. Will you go to prom with me? And she looks at me like I'm crazy. Why do you want me to go to prom with you? We're not dating or anything. I said, well, it's not that. I said, you missed your prom because you were stuck on the side of a road last year. And I want you to have your prom with me.
Oh, how sweet.
Yeah.
you know, I mean, there was no lovey-dovey kissy or nothing like that. We were just friends.
So she go?
I told her, I said, I want you to fix yourself up exactly how you were that night.
Oh.
She got her prom dress from that year, that black and copper prom dress. She fixed her, she cut her hair and fixed it all back the same. Used the same makeup, wore the same shoes, everything. And I went and I picked her up at her house, just like any young man should. And we had a great time. I took her to the prom, and we had our prom at the Ramada Inn, which is like I can't remember what they call it now, but it's still out there on South 69.
Inn or something.
Yeah, something like that. Highway Inn, Highway Lodge, something like that on South 69. And we had the time of our lives. You know, right about the end of the prom. I mean, she took off with some friends of hers, you know, that were in my grade, and they went out and done whatever. And then I came home, you know. But I mean, that memory though, we had an awesome time, you know, and that's what friends do, you know, and that's something special that will always be between me and Leanna. Jeff Bedford, huh?
Go ahead and just take it out of there. Or?
Yeah, go ahead and take that out.
Set it on the ground now.
Yeah, you can set it on the ground. We're all good. About how much? What are we sitting at here? Still sitting at 90. It's going to have to cool down just a little bit. I mean, it's cool to the touch. Still a little warm on the bottom, but probably we can still do our transfer though. Let's go ahead and do our transfer. Can you do it or?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll just stand it on this and then go up with it.
All right.
You just tell me when, unless you want the whole. Once it gets a little, looks pretty good though.
Yeah.
Looks like there's nothing really. Not getting cloudy yet, huh?
Well, yeah, there's settlings in there. Just go ahead and dump it all.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, there you go, right there.
Okay.
All right. Now, let's see. That right there.
Might have cooled down a little bit just by transferring it into a different tub. I don't know.
We're gonna see.
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit, a couple degrees maybe. Yeah, not really.
Yeah. Hey Jeff, we're making a pre-prohibition porter, and we've done some taste testing on it so far, and it tastes pretty good. And we need to get a sample. So, where's that spray bottle? There's that spray bottle. Go ahead and spray that. Okay. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to hold on to this. And if you want to, Joe, if you want to respond to the people that's talking on there, go right ahead. Because I know they get tired of hearing my voice.
Yeah, let me look up here and see here. Well, I got a question for you, sir. Now, this tube in your hand, now, can you explain basically why you're putting this in here?
Okay.
A sample tube, or whatever you want to call it? Or?
Okay, I'm getting a hydrometer reading. And I'm just going to set this right there for right now. We are looking for the original gravity for the beer. Okay? Now, that's already been star sand, so I'll be able to pour that back in. This has been star sand, it's all clean.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that's good. It's in the orange.
Well, yeah. Let's see. We are looking at... We almost need a light right here.
Hang on a sec here.
We are at... let's see. We are right a little... trying to look past the suds on it. I would say we're close to 1.5 or maybe a little over. I'm thinking over 1.5.
Seems like that's in that red right there. Yeah, 1.5. Yeah.
Well,
You're at least that. You're right, sir. Oh yeah.
1.05. 1.05. Okay, now.
Yeah, let me show you the.
Now, if we're looking at 1.05, you're looking at 5.5. We're looking for 5.5%. Now, this is pretty good.
Yeah.
Now, we're still going to be adding that sugar to it.
But our final gravity is going to be different once that's shown, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it on this receipt here?
No.
Or,
No. Your gravities won't be on there. Now.
You had some kind of. Oh, it's on your phone. Wasn't it?
Yeah. Now hold this.
Okay.
Now this right here is some golden brown sugar. There's a reason why I'm putting this in there. It is, which we may not have to use but just one bag. Okay. Hang on just a second. And I'm going to pour this back in there. You just slide that in there real gentle like.
How old are you, Johnny Joe?
46 years old.
Talking to Valerie. You know Valerie Trueblood?
Valerie Trueblood?
Yeah, did you used to did you live out there by Piney Creek? No?
Man, that name sounds familiar.
Valerie, Kevin Trueblood, Danny and all them.
Describe Valerie Trueblood.
Well,
Is she short?
redhead kind of. No.
You got a picture of her?
Yeah, hang on. Here she is. Oh. Valerie, the North Star area. No.
I can't. No, we probably know each other, but I don't. I just
She
can't.
said the one I know was born Sikorsky cousin, and my good friend Snoopy, I'm the James cousin.
Valerie's a James?
She's saying the one she knew from Piney Creek. Was you ever live out in Piney Creek?
Nope, that's a different Johnny James. Okay, now we're gonna do this again.
Okay.
All right. Let me put that right there. Now, if you're wondering why I was putting the brown sugar in there, I am trying to get some of that molasses flavor for body and mouthfeel. Now, yes, it's going to bring up the alcoholic content. Okay. Now, you got your light ready?
Just give me 1 second.
Whoa. It's a bit, little full.
Little full. Okay.
There we go. Now we can do it. And we'll get a good straight reading on this one. Yep,
Boy,
there's where I went.
Went up there.
1.072, I believe. I've got a good.
Oh yeah, it looks like
1.073 maybe.
Yeah.
No. 1.076. 1.076. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's what you want.
Okay.
8.66%.
Does it go more once you ferment it or whatever it's called?
No, that's what we're. No, if you got to bring up the sugar content.
Okay. Are we on live still?
Yeah, we're still live. Yeah, we're still live. And let's see how we doing.
Flashlight's on, Joe.
Yeah, he was using it.
Okay. Ooh, it's starting to get a little cloudy. Maybe you're shaking it up too, but yeah, it's working around in it. It's getting pretty.
Oh yeah.
Not as clumpy in it. It's starting to get.
Now, that paddle. Where's that paddle at? Grab that paddle. Spray it down. All right. You don't even have to worry about wiping it off. All right. Because right now, we're getting ready to pitch the yeast. Aerate it real good. Hang on just a second. There's a little bit right there. See,
maybe that'll help make it up a little bit.
all right.
Okay.
All right, hang on. Let me put this up. All right. Collar good. Guess what?
Yeah.
It is ready to have its cover put on it and fermented. It is going to start its fermenting stage.
We want to stick with this same.
Jeff, yes, I'm still alive with my heavy breathing. Shannon, hi. Tanya, hi. And Tara, hi. And that that's there, just go ahead and just pour it in. It ain't gonna hurt. It ain't gonna hurt a thing. Ain't gonna hurt a thing. Now, spray it off, wipe it down, and put the lid on it.
Are you gonna come back next week?
Well, it'll either be next week or the week after. Here you go. Just go ahead and wipe it down. And put the lid on it.
You trust me with the bottling process here?
Huh?
You trust me with the bottling?
Yeah, you bottle fine.
Okay, good.
Yeah, you bottle just fine. That looks good.
All right.
Put the lid on it.
You already had the sugar to it?
Yeah. No, Jeff, I'm not Darth Vader, but you know what I am? Me and Joe and Tiffany, there she is back there again. We're done with these videos, at least for this time around. Anything that comes from anywhere else will be pictures that'll be uploaded. I'm going to try to download these videos from the live feeds and make a YouTube video and upload it over to YouTube as well. So y'all take care. And
once we get them bottled, we'll you'll maybe post some pics or something showing what they look like. Or
tell you what, how about this? How about we do a
cha-ching?
A cha-ching, and we do a taste test
There you go.
that will be YouTube specific. I'll bring my camera, my regular video camera, and we will do a full production of a taste test review.
Okay.
All right?
Fair enough. Sounds good.
All right. Y'all take care, all right? And like I always say, To the ones that mean the world to me, I love you. I mean that. Bye.